Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story, of course, is the weather. We have news about how hot it's going to get by Friday.
We're also going to be talking about the iPhone 17 price in the UAE, which might have you packing for Dubai very soon.
A UAE resident fell victim to a scam by a person claiming to be her boss.
And a fake video of Ukrainian President Zelensky buying a home in Burj Khalifa is doing rounds.
Later on in the show, if you are a freelancer or a business looking to get in touch with freelancers, we have a game changer app that is just launched in Dubai. It's called Qudra, and you're going to want to know about it, so do stay tuned for that.
And today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 33 to 44 degrees, but not for long.
Not for long. Bit of a change up on the show. We've got Annika usually typing up all of the stories behind the scenes on Lovin Dubai. Good morning, Annika.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Casey.
Thank you for being here. You got the mother of all invites this week, I believe.
I did. I got invited to witness Fix launching their new flavor. Exciting. Now this brand has already done a collaboration with the Crown Prince of Dubai himself. And that was like a nice halawa flavor. Their most famous one is the pistachio kunafa. But the one that I think personally I like more is the pretzel. Pick up a pretzel.
I don't know. I prefer the pistachio. It's
really?
With the dark chocolate, because then it's a little bit less
I tried
sweet.
the dark chocolate one. I didn't. But you know what?
Oh,
I think I
so
overdid
much.
it because once I was alone in the office on a Saturday and I ordered 2 bars of the fixed chocolate. And one was like to gift a friend, but the other one was just for me to consume as I worked that day.
Yeah.
And I made myself sick of it by consuming the entire bar within an hour. So
one as a
to
solo endeavor is a lot.
Yeah.
I do think in one day.
I did that to myself.
But then also it says keep refrigerated and consume within 3 days. So I think that's Fixed telling you.
I was just being prompt.
You've got to be prompt. But it got us thinking about what we would like the next flavor to be.
Yes.
And now I'm hungry. So if you hear a weird noise,
That's
it's
her
my
stomach.
So we went through some of the flavors we thought it could be, and we put up a poll, and we've asked you for your thoughts. What do you think?
I think capturing nostalgic sentiments, it would be chips oman and laban.
That would be iconic.
Because I feel like that might actually not be such a bad flavor. Just like, it's like frozen cream with something spicy in the middle, you know? It's like spicy chocolate.
Yeah, and it would have the crispy texture.
Exactly. So that's like a really good option.
It's a genius option, Fix.
If I was Fix, I would take advantage of that.
I would be fixated by that. Lotus, they already have a Lotus one.
They
so
already have, it's
remove
called
that.
Mind Your Own Biscoff.
We do have to think of put the pun into consideration, so it would be like...
So choose one, laban up. You're gonna laban this,
Nice.
laban this chocolate or something. But that's
very nice.
So that could be the chips.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this. Oh my god, I love that.
Yay! Okay, then there's mango sticky rice and pandan.
What is pandan?
Pandan is a leaf sort of thing.
I'm thinking about what is the texture, because you've got your mango sticky rice. Now, mango and chocolate could be very good, and it's probably a flavour that's unexplored.
Mango sticky
for
rice
the masses.
and
I'm unaware of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
Pandan leaves are used to infuse dishes with aroma, often steeped in coconut milk or water desserts. Examples like pandan rice, cakes, custards. Its leaves are a green hue. Texture, sometimes wrapped around food. It's those...
It's the thing that comes around, or maybe the mango is served in it, the mango sticky rice.
Man gonna love this.
Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Just punning off this morning.
Because it only works if it's got a couple of textures, great flavour, and a pun. Otherwise, they won't go for it.
Yeah. Matcha and toasted coconut. Matcha dough about this. No. That's Shakespeare.
It still works. Much to do about this bar. I feel like it's got a lot going for it because it's got matcha, which is a trend.
Yes.
Toasted coconut just sounds good.
And coconut and matcha actually taste really good. Matcha and coconut milk. one of my favorites. Also, the founder of Quinoa does that.
Matcha and coconut milk.
Yeah.
I feel like matcha is a very divisive.
It is. It is.
Very
Everyone has
divisive
their
flavour.
opinion about matcha. Everyone has their ideas about what it should be, if it should even be a thing. But yeah.
Okay, maybe. And then the last one I think that sounds amazing, raspberry cardamom chocolate truffle.
That's amazing. That sounds amazing, by the way.
Sounds so good. Fix, would you ever watch the show and make these anyway? Can we come to your factory? Can we? Where do you think they make the fix?
I think they have little kitchens everywhere, no?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Ah, that's a good question. I've never really
Never
wondered
thought
where
about
my
it.
fix comes from.
Now I shall. So these are all just guesses, by the way, unfortunately. But I have no doubt that their culinary team will be 10 times better than our attempt before the
I
show.
actually think we have some really good options here. If I was Fix, I would at least take 2 of these options.
Okay, what's your favorite of all of them?
So as I've delved deeper into it, I'm beginning to really like the idea of Chips Oman and Labanab. But I feel like what's really new is the raspberry cardamom.
But raspberry chocolate, because it's raspberry cardamom, then chocolate truffle. Raspberry chocolate we're used to, and then I guess
Raspberry
the cardamom.
chocolate, yeah. I just feel like I'm very curious to see what the cardamom does to the raspberry and chocolate.
Oh my god, it all
don't
sounds
know.
amazing.
Sounds interesting.
I would worry about the chips and the Chips Oman getting soggy because we have some hot temperatures coming. Which
We
will.
do, which brings us to our first story for today, because the UAE is about to get hotter by Friday. So a prominent UAE weather account, UAE Weatherman, has predicted intense heat in the UAE which started yesterday actually, and this is the run-up to Friday, where temperatures are set to increase up to 50 degrees Celsius. This heat is expected to last several days, but if you are living in coastal zones, you may face some relief.
The weather science is as follows. A scorching heat dome is developing over northern Saudi Arabia and Iraq as we speak, driven by a strengthening subtropical high. The system is rapidly heating the region with surface air temperatures nearing extreme levels.
But a quick Google search will let you know that summer in Dubai has always seen extremely hot and humid weather. July and August have always been the hottest, and temperatures usually during this time can reach or exceed 40 degrees Celsius, and humidity can be as high as 90%, especially between June to September.
We had a guest on the show yesterday, and after the interview ended, we were just chatting, and I loved his mindset because, I don't know, we were just probably like, oh, summer, hot, gross. And he was like, country's full of AC.
That's true.
We're so well prepped.
That's true.
We're so lucky.
Everyone, every time a weather report goes out, they text me, like people who live in other countries, they text me and they're like, oh, how are you dealing with the weather? And I was like, I don't feel it.
Our office is freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing. We wear jackets every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's, of course, it's a lot of privilege because there are other countries that can't afford to do the same.
Exactly. That's what I'm
But,
saying. We're sitting in
yeah.
such a place of privilege.
So it's like us complaining about summer doesn't exactly make sense because we barely feel it. But then there's a huge section of our society that does feel it because, deliveries. And
Yeah, I mean, if you're outside.
working in public transport, it's not very easy. But fortunately, even if you use public transport, there are ACs everywhere, and the delivery riders have got rest stops.
That was announced yesterday, 10,000
Yes.
new rest stops across the city being introduced. I got a DM from someone who used to live in the country, and she sent me a message of cars that were melting.
Yes.
And she said, is this happening? I was like, no, it's not happening. When have you ever seen a car melt
I've
in
never
50
heard of
degree
that.
heat?
We have seen car engines smoke up.
Yeah.
That was something we covered yesterday too.
Car engine smoking can happen.
Yes.
But the videos that she shared me, complete fake news. It was literally the metal at the back of the car was melting, and it was driving along a street and they were all melting. I was like,
Feels like AI.
I
Could
don't
be.
know where it was, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't real. It was fake.
But yeah.
It's getting hotter. So yes, we are blessed and fortunate to be sitting in a privileged position of AC, but do keep hydrated and avoid outdoor time as much as possible. Next up, the iPhone 17 price in the UAE might have you packing to come to Dubai. Apple's iPhone 17 is set for launch between September 11th and 13th, and the prices in the UAE are turning heads. So the base model is expected here to begin at 3,799 dirham.
So tempting enough to make you consider a quick trip, because every September, iPhone fans look forward to Apple's big launch. This year, the iPhone 17 series is expected to be announced between September 11 and 13. And as always, the big questions are, what's new and how much will it cost?
Yes, always. So in the UAE, we think the base iPhone 17 will set you back about 3,799 dirham. This is in comparison with other countries. So in the US, you might be spending about $899, while in India, Indian rupees, 89,900. So this makes the UAE one of the more affordable places to buy the iPhone, especially in comparison with India and Pakistan, where extra taxes actually raise the price.
Yeah, the new iPhone 17 lineup will likely include 4 models: iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone 17 Pro Max, and a brand new version called the iPhone 17 Air. This new Air model might be thinner and lighter with premium features. Overall, Apple users can expect more variety in design, size, and performance.
So they said it will be one of the thinnest iPhones ever, measuring just 5.5 millimeters at its slimmest point. Does that even matter when you use a cover? No. The device may feature a 6.6-inch OLED display with Face ID and possibly a small dynamic island. Apple fans can also expect a single 48 MP megapixel rear camera placed on a new elongated camera bar. We're waiting to see the photos of that one, along with a 24 megapixel front camera. Will you be buying it if you're living in India, Pakistan, you're watching the show? Will you be flying to the UAE to buy it, where you could save some money?
A lot of people do that. I mean, I think every time around September, we always have a post going up about the huge lines, especially in the Mall of the Emirates near the Apple Store, Dubai Mall. They have to set up barricades.
Now it's making sense.
Yeah, because it is very cost efficient to buy it from here. In the price you would spend in India, you could come to Dubai, get it, pay for your visit visa, come to Dubai, get it, and then go back.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So now it makes all of those queues, because we would always say, like, why are people queuing? You could literally get it the next day on noon, in minutes probably, but you could usually get it quite quickly after.
Yes.
But now it's making sense that people are traveling in,
Yeah.
purchasing it because it's a lot cheaper,
Yeah.
and probably bringing them home to sell. Do they have
Yes.
rules? I wonder if it's like you can only buy 1 or 2. They're probably not.
I don't think so, because
Why would they?
don't really care as long as the product is getting sold. But yeah, the reselling becomes a huge thing, because there are so many people who want it immediately, the day off, to be ahead of the trend and be the trendsetter. So yeah, it's crazy.
There's
It's
really
crazy.
2 types of people in this world.
The early adopters and the laggards.
Well,
in
there's-
marketing terms.
Are you buying the iPhone 17? So this is a small snapshot on our WhatsApp account. We do like to do some polls. So majority says only if my current one dies.
Yeah, I feel like I'm part of that tribe.
Me too. What do you have?
I currently have the iPhone 15
Okay.
Pro. No, iPhone 15, no Pro.
And how is she?
She's good. She's running. She's smooth. No problems so far.
There you
Touch
go.
wood.
How is your memory? Is it full?
Yeah, it's full. It's full, but then I just try to be prompt with deleting stuff. And I would love to like transfer the files into like a Google Drive or something, but my Google Drive is also filled.
But we only
memory
started.
hole.
We only started using phones like a little while ago. But imagine like kids who are growing up at 13 and taking hundreds of photos. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
how
It's
big
a
is this
lot.
cloud? It's confusing.
And then you just like, actually it's a way to get you to buy more storage space. And you fill it up. And then and it's like all these precious memories from times long gone. So you don't even want to like delete it forever.
And then also having to go through and think about what
Yeah.
to delete, like that would be a massive task. So you just keep buying and buying and buying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know the way they
The
say,
Matrix.
if you give up a certain habit, a nasty habit like smoking,
Yeah.
and how much money you would save over time. Like I wonder how much money I'm spending on storing my photos over time. Probably a lot.
Probably a lot, yeah.
20 dirham a month?
I don't know.
The rest of my
I
life?
think so. But I think, I mean, yeah, that's how they, like, it looks very cheap, 20 just a month, you're just like, and sometimes you just get so tired of the notification that you think, okay, let me just buy it.
I'm buying memory for email accounts I don't even use anymore.
Oh, you already buy it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I buy
wow,
it for like
okay.
my main account, and then this other account I'm still paying because I used it like 10 years ago. I'm like, maybe there's stuff in there that one day I'll get to.
Wow.
That is a scam. Speaking
Yeah.
of scams, let's move on to our next
Didn't
story.
want to talk about it.
Well, here we go with another one. A UAE resident falls victim to a fraud by a person claiming to be her boss. This is a story we've seen time and time again,
Yeah.
so it's a bit of an awareness piece. An anonymous user posted in the Facebook group Dirham Stretcher. If you want to save money, they're amazing to give you good deals. It's a Facebook group. Claiming the person was scammed through a phishing message that looked legitimate.
The message read, "Hi guys, I just got scammed through a phishing message that claimed to be from my boss, asking me to buy Apple gift cards and share the details with her."
The Facebook user urged others in the group to share their experiences and how they managed to recover their money. I've heard of this happening before. It happened in our offices.
Yeah.
In our office. And maybe you might have heard of it, but if you haven't, imagine it's 2 hours before work, you're sitting in your car, you're doing your makeup, you're brushing your teeth, and you get a message from your boss, and it's very simply written, and it's an email, and it says, "Hey, can you pick up some Apple gift cards on your way to work, Casey?"
Ignore.
You'd probably do it. She's saying no. Fabulous. You might question?
Yes, of course. I mean, it would get you like, or like, oh, okay, let me just like quickly run and get it.
From the CEO.
Yeah, especially because the more higher position it comes from, the less you're likely to question it. Because you just be like, okay, they want it, so we should just like get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you walk into the office and then you're like, "Here, sir. Here,
Nice
ma'am.
gift card.
Here's your gift cards." And then the gift cards have already been used. The scammers have already taken them. And you're out probably 3,000 to 4,000 dirham. And it's a really common scam. And I thought it was over, but I guess it's still happening because this lady
Still
got done.
happening. Yeah. And I've actually someone's trying to scam me because I keep receiving in my spam email inbox a message from Dubai Pay. Dubai Pay is what you use if you try to refill your NOL cards or anything.
Yeah.
And Dubai Pay, they go like, here, click here to claim your refund. And I was once like, what refund? But I know that I recharge my NOL card, so I know I probably needed to use it. So I'm just looking like what, and then I was like, wait. And then I check the sent email, the email in the CC to from.
The email address.
Yes,
Yeah.
the email address. And it's some random glory at something. And yeah, it makes you wonder about how, it's like they just attack you from every angle. So you're just so unprepared and you don't really know what to expect because once it's like a My Dubai person calling and saying, hey, we were trying to get through for payment or like or your boss.
Police.
Yeah, the police. Oh my God, yes.
Thank gosh you had that moment where you said, "Wait a minute," and you checked.
Yeah,
I've
but that's
had to
only
check.
because we keep working with it. We keep publishing
Talking
stories
about
of
it.
scams.
Yeah.
You've had to check?
Like I've checked, and sometimes you even have to double check the email addresses because there's like it'll be like Emirates Post XXX, and you're like, oh, I don't think that's
Yeah.
what their email address is going to be. So
Exactly.
and that's all you can do is take a moment and check if what the email address is, and if it doesn't look legit, it probably isn't.
Yeah.
Have they kind of calmed down a little bit? I feel like we're getting less stories like this.
I don't know if they've calmed down, but I think more people are not falling for it because there's so much awareness going on. There's so many campaigns. People are talking about it actively. It's like word of mouth. Everyone knows that there's always a scam happening. So to be extra vigilant. So I think
People
it's
are
not,
just aware.
Yeah, people are just aware. It's not that it's reducing. at any given point.
We just got a great comment in from Tony Stark, official. He said, I end the call whenever I receive a call from an unknown number and says, hello, good morning, sir. How are you today? I always give it like 20 seconds.
20
and then
seconds?
I'm like, I don't hang up straight away, even though you know. You're like,
Why?
Why don't I hang up straight away?
Yeah. Because you're just nice.
I just, okay, thank you, so okay, and then I hang up.
Aw.
Do you
You're
hang
so
up
nice
straight
to the scammer. So over the weekend, My Dubai scam tried to happen with my phone. So they called me and they're like, hi ma'am, we have payment, something. And they were like, and we're going to send you OTP. As soon as I heard OTP, I said, no. And I kept the phone.
No. Does your mom know you're doing this? Does your mom know?
I just got so angry. I just said, no. I kept the phone.
Your parents will never be proud of you. You're scamming people, upsetting. Imagine.
But there's the whole industry out of this. People, are actively working on it. I don't know from where, but yeah.
And authorities are actively working to stamp it out. We do share those stories more so regularly. We share the stamping out stories, actually. But if you have a way to upset a scammer, we're here for it. But let's take a quick break to shout out the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, your go-to for the biggest stories, real talk, and top guests from around the UAE. Because yes, this show is in fact a podcast.
You can listen anytime, anywhere. Just hit follow button or wherever you listen to your podcasts and never miss an episode.
Let's jump into our next story.
So a fake video of the Ukrainian president Zelensky buying a home in Burj Khalifa is doing rounds. So fake information is being spread on X, claiming that President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky allegedly purchased an apartment in the Burj Khalifa for his mother for $3.2 million. The video is being distributed under the false pretense of being from the international Arab news channel Al Arabiya.
International and well respected. So I think if you saw that tagline, you'd think, oh, that's probably true. It is not. The official page for the Center for Countering Disinformation, a working body of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, has reported that the video is fabricated and it is false. The fake video features an article from a Tunisian outlet which mentions general reports and public records and does not provide any supporting documents. There are no photos or copies of contracts which indicate that the publication of the video is fake. This is so scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary. Because you can understand how damaging that news would be.
Yes.
It sounds very frivolous that the president of a country who is at war is buying a home for his mother in the Burj Khalifa. It's not true.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of comments saying that his parents, in general, are people who refuse to leave Ukraine despite all that they're going through with the bombings.
Wow.
So to think that they would ever even think about moving to Dubai is just ridiculous. So yeah.
And to think that there's underhand scammers at play who are conjuring up these false news stories. I always think about, it's more on the lifestyle side, but when you had the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and whatever side you sit on of that fence, you got so much misinformation, what was probably misinformation going on. Same with the Baked Lively, Alec Baldoni story.
Yes.
And there's literally teams, and this is like a media power play.
Yeah.
To swivel an audience's perception of a story. It's so scary.
I think it happens all the time. It happens all the time. The entire media industry itself. Okay, now we're going to something very low. There's the whole, Noam Chomsky actually talks about it. It's called the media. I forgot the name of the book, but yeah, it's something about how there's a whole propaganda industry that runs 24/7, and how a lot of mainstream media buys into it. Because of their connections with powerful businesses that fund powerful countries, things like that. There's a whole.
It's a
whole rabbit hole if you go down it, but we don't have time or energy to do it right now.
Well, it's so scary that there are such bad actors at play, and the only thing that we can do as an audience, as a public, and as a media platform is to know your sources and trust your sources. So if you're seeing something that comes from, like trustit.com and you've never seen it before, you see these really random things on Twitter and you're like, I don't think that's...
Yeah, thankfully that on X there's the nice community notes feature now, which is so beneficial. But even then, I feel like even on X right now, the algorithm is at play very fiercely, and a lot of things, a lot of the tweets I see is, it's not the nice mix that I used to have before, though. So,
yeah, I think
that's
all
sad.
social media algorithms at play. Okay, so it is Thursday morning, and if you are a business looking for freelancers, or if you're freelancers looking to connect with businesses, a brand new game-changing app has launched in Dubai. They're massive in Kuwait. It's called Qudra, and they've just launched, and we got to speak to Jassim from the company to talk all about their roots, why they think Dubai is the perfect spot for them, and how they're going to be transparent about fees as well. So it's a really good listen. We really hope you enjoy it. Instagram, it's Jassim, partner at Qudra. We're going to turn off. Visual is going to turn off the live. And then, hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Freelancers, business owners, side hustlers, this one's for you. Today's guest is Jassim Al Nashmi, creative director and partner of Qudra app, the region's newest platform that connects skilled freelancers with businesses who want very real results. They've just launched in Dubai. The hype has been absolutely huge. We're here to learn all about it. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
So much.
Thank you so much for
Good
being
morning.
here.
Thank you for being here.
So the name Qudra is popping up everywhere. The marketing really needs a raise. So tell us what's happening this week.
So this week, we're we're launching in Dubai. We want to, announce, that we're here. So there's going to be kind of mascots around Dubai Mall and some coffee shops, just to kind of give the idea that, this is where freelancers are. This is where they work. They work in coffee shops on their laptops, a lot of them.
Interesting.
So it's going to be some of these people that, hopefully people will notice them, and it'll be a little different because, they're mascots. And that's it. That's going to be the start.
And why, we're hearing about mascots, we're hearing about, secret pop-ups, things like this. Why was it important for the team to create, a unique campaign to introduce yourselves to the UAE?
We wanted to stand out. Already there's people using some other platforms that are not MENA region based for freelancers, but we really want to clarify that this is a bilingual app. People can use it fully in Arabic or fully in English as they please, and this is from the freelancer side and from the client or customer side. So it's really pushing that idea and giving that opportunity to people to use this app and hopefully benefit from it.
Makes sense.
And can you elaborate more on what Qudra app is?
Yeah, Qudra is a freelance marketplace or freelance platform. So it's a digital space where people can go either as freelancers who provide many different services from graphic design, web design, legal consulting, and so on, copywriting, translation, and provide their services on the platform. And then from the customer side, whether it's businesses or agencies or startups or individuals that need some help on something, they're able to go onto this platform, go into the search, and find someone that's right for them.
So elite connectors, you're launching in the UAE, but you've had previous success in Kuwait. Can you tell us a little bit about, how you started and your success to date?
Yeah, we started around 2 years ago when we first launched. And then within 6 months, we had 2,000 freelancers that were registered on the app and 1,000 customers that were registered on the app. And there was a lot of movement. There's traffic, there's people using it and benefiting from it. That was much quicker than the KPI that we had expected. Mm-hmm. So we felt ready to move to Dubai and hopefully grow in Dubai.
Why Dubai?
Dubai is kind of the center or the nucleus for creatives, people with talent, as well as business. So after Kuwait, and Kuwait is continuously thriving, Dubai has all of these talents, and we want to tap into that market and create kind of a cultural environment where these creatives can find each other as well as businesses finding the creatives. But they're all there and they're all talented. And we're kind of the matchmaking service that can connect them together.
Right.
Matchmaking, but for business, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you're focused on the MENA region and the Arab users specifically. But why is that important to you?
Say that again, sorry.
You're focused on the MENA region and the Arab users, right? Why is that important to you?
Yeah, it's important because, we're not the first. We're not trying to say that we're the first freelance marketplace. But we wanted to provide an app that wasn't there before that is bilingual. For someone that's comfortable speaking in Arabic, typing in Arabic from the freelancer or client side, they now have that opportunity to use the app fully in Arabic, and this is something that wasn't available before.
Yeah, I like this idea.
We are deep in the creative mindset here in Dubai.
Yeah.
We work constantly with freelancers, startups, creatives. So how do you feel Qudra fits into that scene?
It fits in really well. You have startups popping up every day in Dubai. And then you have more and more talented freelancers that are in Dubai. So they might both be in the same city but not know about each other. So when a freelancer registers and creates a profile on the account on the app, a client can then just search, I need a web designer, or I need a graphic designer for my branding or for my marketing. And they just type that into the search and they find people that are right for what they're looking for.
So how do you make it easier for freelancers and businesses in general? Like, how's the communication like? How can they connect?
Yeah, there's several ways. First of all, there's the search engine, which is now we're using AI for this kind of matchmaking. So when a client looks for someone, all they have to do is type in what they need into the search. When they type it in, they're going to get the most relevant freelancers for their services. And by the way, these are either freelancers or agencies, because we have that kind of pro version for agencies to join also. So you have everything you need on the app if you're looking for some sort of service. And that's for the kind of AI matchmaking and so on. But when you find more than one person, at the end of the day, it's going to be all these results. You can then, as a client looking for a service, go into each of those profiles that you liked, see how much they're charging for a certain service, and then chat with them. So you go in, you message them, hey, what do you do? And then maybe some of them reply within an instant, and some of them take some time to reply. And maybe that's part of the reason why you judge, I like this person more than this person, this one's faster at responding. Or you look at their portfolio and see, they've got excellent work, I want to work with this guy. Then you have this opportunity to talk to any of those freelancers.
So if I'm a startup, I just entered the freelancer scene, okay? Would I still get the same opportunities as an experienced freelancer, maybe?
Anyone can join the app. At the end of the day, we do our own vetting to kind of rate the individual freelancers. But at the end of the day, anyone joins the app, they're going to be able to have the same opportunity. They're going to have that visibility. The person looking for the service goes into the search, finds these people, and then they could find someone very mature and has been on the app for a while and someone that's new, all in the same search.
So interesting. We're a media company and we always have unique needs at every hour of the day, and I feel like this is going to fit the bill for us perfectly. But let's say I quit my job and I'm a freelancer. Can you get me a job?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's two ways, or there's more than one way for a client to go in and say, I need someone to do this. They either go into the app and go into the search and type what they need, like I was mentioning, and then they find people like you, or they go into post a job. So when they post a job, they say, okay, this is my budget, this is what I want you to do. I need someone in marketing, or I need someone in this, and they detail exactly what they need with the budget and with the timeline. And then when that gets published, in whatever category it is, whether it's graphic design or UI, UX, or so on and so forth, everyone that's in that category gets an email saying, hey, there's this person that's looking for a job. Like, there's this person looking to hire someone to do this job. And again, it's just a project basis. You know, it makes them feel more flexible. So they posted the job, and then everyone gets that email, and everyone can apply to the job. So, you know, you're at home, quit your job, and then you get this email saying, hey, there's this client looking for someone to do this job, and you're like, oh, well, I can do that for you, and you apply to it.
Interesting.
So we have a lot of freelancer communities and maybe different apps here in UAE, but what makes Qudra stand out?
So Qudra is really focused on two things. You know, there's the Arabic, the bilingual aspect of it, which is very important to us. And secondly, we don't just want to be this like digital space that doesn't exist anywhere else. When we keep saying we're in Dubai now, I mean, we were already, like, there's freelancers from Brazil, from USA, from Turkey that are on the Qudra app. But the fact that we're in Dubai now is saying that we're here, we're going to be doing events, whether they're cultural events, educational events, workshops, movie nights.
Nice.
All of these things are going to be happening where creatives can get together, meet each other, clients who, you know, come to the event and, you know, start to talk to these creatives. This is, you know, for us, it's very important to be part of the culture, the creative culture. So we're going to be involved. We're going to be present face to face with these creatives.
Exciting. Looking forward to those events. One thing I've heard, I guess, in like whispered conversations is, you know, freelancers, sometimes they're not getting paid, and sometimes the pay is lower. Have you found that through these structured conversations that there's maybe more transparency that will benefit freelancers?
Yeah. I mean, this is, you know, one of the first things we did is we did our research. Because we knew that, you know, we're not the first in the market, but we want to be the best. This is one of the biggest problems that they're facing, and it's not just the freelancers, it's sometimes the clients who are saying, I didn't get my job, I paid for something and I didn't get it. What we can do as Qudra and what we're doing right now is whenever there's a contract that starts between client and freelancer, the client pays and the money goes into the Qudra account, not to the freelancer directly. When the freelancer gets the job done, then they get their payment. So there's this ease of mind for both sides to know that there's a referee between you two. And when you get the job done, you get paid. So the freelancer knows that they're going to get their money from us, not from the client. They don't have to worry about someone running off on them. Nice. And from the client side, they know that their money is safe with us, and it will only be released to the freelancer when the job is done.
So what's next for Qudra? Is it in more countries, new features? What's next for Qudra?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few new features. We're always developing the app. You know, it's been 2 years since we launched, but, you know, we've been working on it before, and we're constantly developing it, making it a better and better app. This is from feedback. This is from our research and our ideas. But, you know, part of it is the features. We're adding new features like the Pro version I mentioned, where agencies can join, as well as the AI matchmaking search feature. And this is, you know, within, you know, the ideas of developing the app, and that's constantly going. The second thing is the growth, and like I said, we started in Kuwait. It's thriving in Kuwait. Now we're in Dubai, and we really want to focus on the growth in Dubai right now. This is maybe for the next year, before we think about growing to other areas of the MENA region. But our idea is always to stick with the MENA region, other countries like Egypt, Saudi, Qatar, Oman. These are all the areas in the MENA region that we want to grow because of, you know, this bilingual Arabic side of the app. So the growth is always happening, and you know, after we're happy with how Dubai is growing, then we'll look into growing to other countries.
Wow, well, big congratulations on your success to date, and absolute best of luck. Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Masa.
Thank you, Casey.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show today. Have an absolutely beautiful day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.